Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be using a bunch of products that I recently filmed and my mic wasn't working. So I checked the battery on the mic, it was the battery. So now you guys should be able to hear me loud and clear. I am going to put these products on, but I also am going to try to incorporate some newer products as well. And then we'll go over the products that I used yesterday. I'm going to try this again and we will see how it goes. So if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting that red subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you'll know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and get started with applying this makeup. So first and foremost, I am wearing a ponytail, and I don't know if you guys can see in the mirror back there, I had a subscriber say that they were freaked out because they could actually see my ponytail in the background. So you see it's kind of like swinging in the background. That is a mirror behind me. So I wanted to mention that because I did have a subscriber say that that kind of freaked them out. And I don't want anyone to be freaked out. And then it's hot in here, guys. My AC broke today. We are in a rental, so we had to call somebody to actually come work on it. And he actually hasn't called yet. So yeah, it's gonna be a hot one, but I still wanna do the makeup. And the last thing I wanna mention, I thought I was done with mentioning things. The last thing I want to mention is my voice is out. We'll go into that in just a minute about how I lost my voice. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started with applying this makeup. So the first thing I want to apply is this e.l.f. Vitamin C primer. Now, this primer doesn't do anything for me as far as covering up my pores or making my skin look smooth. What it does though is that it makes my skin have like a little like brightening glow to it. And I do like that. Now, I love the fact that it has like vitamin C in it. Vitamin C is very good for your skin. So that's a plus for me. If I was going to wear this, I would actually wear this and put a primer on top that really works for me. So this is what the product looks like. I am going to place this all over my skin. I just kind of scoop a little bit out. So I put about that much on my hands and I'm going to rub it in, and then I'm just gonna place this all over the skin. Now I will say that I do have like my SPF on. I do have like my skincare on, and I did do my eyebrows, by the way. They are somewhat done. They're not fully done, but I did a little bit of them because yesterday when I was filming, I forgot to do my eyebrows and I was about to do the outro and I was like, what the heck? I looked like I was bare up here. So I did my eyebrows today so that I wouldn't forget. Yeah, this feels really good on the skin. As you can see, it does give like a brightening glow. You'll see on my forehead. You can see right here on my cheeks. It just has a really nice brightening glow to it. But like I said, it really doesn't have the benefit of like smoothing pores or making me matte or anything like that. It's just got that brightening vitamin C glow to it. So we're gonna go in with the eye primer really quick. This is the Sephora eye primer. So I did try 3 of the quad palettes from Hard Candy. So this is the one I tried yesterday. It's called Pure. I didn't try this one, but it's called Burn. And then the other one I did not try, it's called Bare. This one's like an everyday eyeshadow palette. But I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, when I had this on yesterday, it looked amazing on the eyes. The pigmentation is there, the blendability is there, and honestly, I like these a lot better than I like the e.l.f. quads or the e.l.f. palettes. I like them better than those little mini palettes because these just provide a little bit more pigmentation and they just show up on the eye a lot better than the e.l.f. ones. So if you haven't tried these Hard Candy ones, definitely look into them. They have like blues and purples and greens. I just happened to buy just the 3 that I could use on an everyday basis. I really am liking the formula of these. So I'm not going to use one of these today, but I have 2 other palettes from Hard Candy that I have not tried. And one of them is Greek Tragedy. That's this one right here, which is a really pretty palette like for summer and spring. And then there's this one, which I loved. It's called Naked Famous. And look at those shades in there, guys. Those are shades that I am loving. They're very neutral toned, kind of cool toned shades. I think I'm gonna go into this one because I love the shade so much in this one. This one, I do love the shades, but these are a lot of colors that most people use right now as the warm shades, the bright shades. I'm just gonna go into this one because I want to see how these work. I was really drawn to this one first, and then I saw that one, the Greek Tragedy one, and I went ahead and picked it up. Now, if these don't work for me, of course, I'm gonna end up taking them back to Walmart, but the little mini quads, those worked perfectly for me. So I'm hoping that these will work just as well. So these are the shades that we're looking at to use today. And I'm gonna tell you guys how I lost my voice while I'm putting my makeup on. I'm just gonna say the names of these. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eye primer with Flash. It's this white shade in the palette. So if you guys don't know, my family and I went to Palm Springs, and I have a vlog coming out pretty soon about our trip. We had a really good time. It was hot, but it wasn't like hot like it is here, like very humid. It was more dry heat, so it wasn't like too bad. I didn't feel like I was like dying in the heat. I knew that it was hot. It did feel hot, but I wasn't like super sweaty or anything like that. The next shade I'm gonna go in with is Hit Single. So this shadow looks really nice. It's very pigmented, and I'm gonna go in on this eye as well. I'm just using this as a transition shade. I'm gonna go in with Warm Up. Okay, I had to answer the phone, so I'm not sure where I left off on this story. So anyway, I think I was telling you guys that the day that we were leaving, I started to cough really bad. I mean, it was bad. It was just an irritating cough. My throat was itchy. My ears were itchy. I was sneezing. It just felt like my allergies were really irritated. And I know they were because, like I said, there was a dust storm, and you could see that morning when we were leaving Palm Springs, you could see like a kind of like a dust film throughout the sky because you couldn't really see the mountains really well. I know that's what was causing me to feel that way or to be coughing and sneezing. So this is really pretty, guys. Look how pretty that shade is. So I was coughing in the plane all the way home, and we had one stop in Phoenix. It was just horrible, guys. It was horrible. I wore a mask because I wasn't sure what was going on with all that irritation. So I wore a mask just to protect people just in case. So when we got home, I took some Benadryl, and I also did a COVID test. I was negative. I coughed all night. I could not sleep. I'm gonna go in with the shade Static, which is this really pretty like gray shade. So yeah, so I coughed all night. I couldn't sleep, but the Benadryl, I took it and it helped a little bit, but not as much as I wanted it to. I still had a cough that was a really irritating cough, and I couldn't go to work because there was no way that I could actually stop the cough. I mean, unless I was like asleep, and that's impossible. So I stayed home from work 2 days, took Benadryl consistently, and I really didn't take anything for the cough because I felt like the cough was caused by the drainage. Eventually the Benadryl helped, but because I was coughing so much, I lost my voice. That's why I'm so hoarse. I'm better now. I just sound like I'm not, but I am. I don't have any drainage. I don't have any symptoms, no sneezing, anything like that. It just sounds like I am really sick, but I'm not. So far with this, I really do like this shadow. I think the shadows are pretty pigmented in this palette, but I'm gonna go in with this palette again at the end. Let's go ahead and get started with foundation. Now yesterday I did use a Neutrogena foundation. This is the Flawless Matte CC Cream. This I got at CVS. The shade that I had was I think 6.0, and I ended up getting the shade Maple because the one I used yesterday was really yellow and bright. So I ended up going up a shade. So far I really like this. I ended up taking it off last night. I didn't wear it for a long period of time, but I will be testing this out really soon. But it's basically just a squeezy tube, and this is supposed to be like a color corrector. This is supposed to cover imperfections. It's supposed to be really nice on the skin. It has niacinamide, so it's supposed to help like nourish the skin. And I also wanted to try it because Casey Holmes was actually the one that tried this and she loved it, so I wanted to try it because she tried it and she really liked it. Now it is a matte foundation, but to me it doesn't come off as matte as it makes itself seem, you know, because it does say Flawless Matte. I will say it's flawless. It has really good coverage. Again, I did not test this out, but I will be putting this through the test very soon. And yesterday I only wore it with that vitamin C e.l.f. primer. I didn't put any other primer, and I really felt like the vitamin C primer, because it has that glow, it made the foundation go on really nicely. This one's a little bit better. It's still a little light, but we're gonna work with it today. It's not as light as the one yesterday. The one yesterday was, whoo, it was really light. It's very yellow. It looked very banana. And as you can see, it has really beautiful coverage. Really, really nice coverage. This is more of like a neutral tone medium. I'm so hot, guys. I'm so hot. This is what it looks like. You only need a little bit. I think I used like a pea size and a half for my entire face, and it just has a really beautiful finish on it. I really like it. To be honest, I think we're really putting it to the test in this room because I am sweating. It is hot. So I am going to put a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape on, not a lot, because as you can see, it has nice coverage, and I'm just going to put just a little bit here and then on my nose, and I'm just going to press that in. So when I went to Walmart, I did buy another Infallible 24-hour full wear concealer by L'Oreal. I bought the shade Latte. I have the shade Amber. Amber is, of course, you can see, Amber's like way darker. This is Amber, but Latte works really well. So I can always mix the two if I need to. I'm gonna show you how Latte looks on my under eyes. It's light. It's way lighter than Amber, but this has like wonderful coverage, and I just wanted to get another shade. May put a little bit of Amber just to mix it. And here is my sponge. I'm gonna go ahead and press this in. Like I said, this has gorgeous coverage. I love the finish of this. It always looks good on my under eyes. I never really have like any issues with this concealer at all. And see, mixed together, I think it'll work. I set my under eyes yesterday with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in Beige. That's the shade right there. Set that under eye really nicely. And then I'm going to set my face with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. This is in Golden, and I already hit pan on this, guys, because I like this powder a lot. I'm just going to set that. So another product I picked up because of Casey Holmes is the Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken. This is the 24-hour concealer. It's a 5-in-1 concealer, but I have this in the shade 075. Now she says this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, and I would have to agree with her because this blends like a dream. It actually blends a little bit better than the Charlotte Tilbury, but it blends like a dream. It has the same shade as the darker shade in the Charlotte Tilbury wand. I don't know if there's a shade that's like the light medium one, but the medium dark shade is comparable to that. So basically you're just going to squeeze it out of the top there. I'm just going to place that on the tops of my cheeks. The shade is just gorgeous. I put a little bit more than I would normally put on with the Charlotte Tilbury. The Charlotte Tilbury, I usually don't go in this heavy with it. I'm gonna just bring this like this. It's gonna look so pretty. You just gotta blend it in really well. Make sure it's not splotchy. Blend it into the forehead. You see how this blends? Make sure we get everything. Look how pretty that is. It's really beautiful. And I like to put a little bit on my nose. And then what I like to do is just kind of take whatever was on my brush or left on my brush and just kind of blend everything out. This 5-in-1 concealer, it works just like the Charlotte Tilbury. It's so good. Back in with the NYX powder. Just kind of set that. I'm gonna go in with my Sephora bronzer in Toffee and just go over that where I have the cream bronzer. We're gonna go back into this eye palette, and I'm gonna go in with Hit Single, and I'm using this pencil brush. And then I'm gonna go into In the Studio. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe blush. It's called Audacious Apricot. I'm just gonna press that on my cheeks. I love these Morphe cream blushes. They're so good. I'm gonna go ahead and set this with the powder again. So far so good with the makeup look. I think it came out really pretty. I am gonna put on some lipstick. I'm gonna go in with this lipstick by Revlon. This is 020. I have been loving these. They're so good. And I'm not gonna put any lip liner on. I'm just gonna go over my lips. These are so like super glossy. They're so beautiful on the lips. Just really pretty. I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite makeup finishing sprays. This is by Scandinavia. And this is the bridal one. So I'm gonna use that because I'm like sweating, so. Using this really cute fan that I got in Palm Springs. If you can hear anything in the background, it's my dog. She's eating her kibble. So I'm not going to go over the products because I know I like these products. I do want to mention a couple of things. One is the e.l.f. primer. Like I said, it doesn't really do much for me. All it does is give me like that vitamin C glow. So I don't even think that it's something that I would use on a daily basis. You know, if you're looking for a primer that has more like skincare benefits, then I would definitely choose that one. But if you're looking for a primer that's gonna like fill your pores in, make you look matte or luminous or whatnot, that's not the primer. As far as the Neutrogena CC cream, I think it went on beautifully on the skin. It looks really nice. It has great coverage. I think the shade Maple is going to be perfect because I did bronze up and it doesn't look like too contrasting with my neck. So yeah, the shade Maple's fine. I will have to put this through the test. I'm going to have to see how well it works. Seems to be holding up in the heat, you know, with no AC. So I'm sure it's going to hold up outside, but I haven't worn it for a long period of time. So I really don't know about the longevity, but so far so good with this as far as the look of it, as far as the coverage and the application. It's great. Super impressed with this palette as well as the little mini quad palettes from Hard Candy. The eye look is just, to me, gorgeous. It just has really good pigmentation, guys, and you guys saw how well these went on, and for the price, you cannot beat that. This is just one of those go-to palettes for like every day into night. Oh wow, I just swatched a glitter. So I just swatched this glitter in here and look how gorgeous that is. I don't know that I would wear this on the eye though, because I can feel the grittiness of the glitter. But if you're one to wear this kind of eye glitter on your eyes, you could definitely use it. They're supposed to be shimmer glitters. And I don't know if you can see close up. I'm trying to show you guys close up. Look how gorgeous that is. So I love that. I'm kind of scared to wear that on my eye because I can just feel the little glitter particles. But man, do they swatch. I mean, beautifully. Look at that. You just have to be very careful. I just don't know that I would do it. I'm scared that it would get like in like my eyes and cause an eye infection because I'm more prone to that right now, getting eye infections. I've had them before. You could probably wear these on your face like just for that little glitter effect, but if you're comfortable with wearing it on your eyes, I would go ahead and do that. But yeah, I really like this palette and the little mini quad palettes. Oh, and the Revlon concealer, because the concealer, like I said, it just gives off that really beautiful bronzy tone to the skin. I do feel like it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know if there's anybody else saying that out there. I just know that I heard it on Casey's channel and it just looked beautiful on her, and I was like, you know what, I have got to try it. I've got to try it, especially for those people who are wanting to get their hands on that wand and it's always sold out. Definitely try the 075 from Revlon. It's a complete dupe. Anyway, that's it for me using these products that I purchased at Walmart. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you guys soon. Bye.